go. Comedy Jonah.
Hi! Happy Sunday night.
Happy Sunday night. Yay!
Yay.
Aren't we all excited for a Sunday night of fun?
We are. We got Becky from Minnesota's in the YouTube chat. Hey, Becky.
We got Rachel over running the Twitches. We have everyone and you now. It's a party.
Party, party, party on a Sunday.
I'm dressed like I'm going on, like I'm on vacation because I say if you can't, you know how they say dress for the job that you want? I'm dressing for a vacation.
You want a job of vacation.
Well, not a job, but, you know, that Mega Million, didn't someone become a winner?
I don't think they've announced, no one's claimed it yet. The last time I heard, which was, I think, early this morning or earlier today.
Well, hopefully if they do, they send me on vacation.
Oh my gosh, right?
That's what I want is a vacation. Okay, anyway, Comedy Joni, you know what else I have to say around here?
Yes.
I have to let everybody know to make sure that they follow, like, and subscribe wherever they are watching. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the TikToks, all of those places. It really helps if you guys are following, liking, and subscribing. Of course, sharing the show, telling a friend, telling a family member is a great way also to support for free. You can tweet us your questions at any time with hashtag YRRLive. You can check out our website, yourrealityrecaps.com. See how you're placing in the trash draft.
Ooh.
Check out 10 years of previous shows over there. Somebody had a really fun idea. They said that we should go back and we should, like, revisit old shows, but give, like, the behind the scenes of the shows. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting.
Gosh, that's really, you know how they, like, the housewives do it, right?
Yes, but see, like, I don't know that would work for our shows. Like, that, I could do that for Hello Friend shows. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, our shows were just us recapping. There's not really any behind the scenes drama. But when it came to Hello Friend interviews, there was, you know, I got stories.
Oh.
I got people like, oh, are we live? Hold on, let me snort some more. And me being like, okay, I'll pretend like that was normal. I'll pretend like, to be clear, I'm talking about guests, to be clear. But yeah. But whatever. Check that out. I think that's a fun thing that we can do, but you guys know what you're here for, and that's to hear what we thought about tonight's Big Brother, which isn't really much. I mean, it's setting up for the good potential of what this week will become.
Right.
This week will be amazing. But this is just the setup for the amazing. And, you know, we've all known this for days already.
No, and it is. I mean, I did not learn anything really new tonight as far as, I mean, I knew who, you know, won the HOH. I knew Monty was going to nominate Alyssa and Indy. I also know who won the veto because of the live feeds and our
live feed updaters.
Our live feed updaters, yes. And I know the rest. I don't know if do I
That's
say
good.
it?
Did you want to talk about any of it now? John's like, I know things, everyone, and go fuck yourselves. I'm going to be right here knowing everything. Hi, I know everything. I don't know why any of you are here. I'm keeping it all to myself.
Goodbye. No.
And goodbye.
But well, I guess we always want to announce, you know, that there's spoilers, right? Or do we care?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think we'll just talk about everything on this show. I don't think anybody that's here is gonna be spoiled. I mean, why don't we talk about tonight, you know, what they showed tonight first, and then we'll get into all the live feeds and
there
the spoilery
you go.
stuff.
That's a plan. Yeah.
That's a plan. Is that water?
It is.
Just making sure. Just making sure. I know what I'm drinking, and I'm not telling you.
Drinking alcohol in this heat. Yeah.
Know what I'm drinking. Now, I have a lot of problems. We're just call this show things Eric has problems with, because I have problems already with this HOH. Number one, we learned on the commercial tonight that the movie doesn't even come out for another month. Right. Why are we promoting this movie now when it doesn't come out for a month? Like anybody's going to remember, oh my God, so you guys remember a month ago on that reality TV show when a bunch of people were opening letters in the backyard? I want to see that movie.
What was that movie again, Eric?
It has something to do with letter opening. I know I love to see all movies about letter opening. From a month ago.
Aren't we all doing Evites these days? I mean, couldn't it just be an Evite?
I didn't get it. And then here's my next thing. Why don't we have jobs? I mean, I know we have jobs, but I'm saying, like, why is nobody, like, hiring us to just do anything a million times better than how it's being done? So,
right.
Yes.
I thought of all the trees and all the wasted paper. I wasn't that impressed with it. I thought it was ridiculous.
And by the way, the movie looks stupid. I still don't know what it's about. Two vampires getting married? Is that what it's about? Is it not about two vampires getting married? Did I miss it? I've tried to pay attention. What is it about?
Hey, Google, what's the movie The Invitation about?
Oh, boy.
Here's the synopsis of The Invitation. While attending a dinner party at his former house, a man, Logan Marshall Green, starts to believe that his ex-wife, Tammy Blanchard, and her new husband,
is a lesbian,
have sinister plans for the guests.
Oh.
So they're going to kill... So it's like, and then there were none? It's like the Agatha Christie, and then there were none?
Yeah. I mean, haven't we seen this movie already before? I mean,
like 1,000 times.
Yeah. Like The Rental, or I don't know what it was called, but I've seen this other one where they invite people over, and then they do horrible things to them.
Yeah, go see Clue. Let me out! Let me out! Let me in! Let me in!
Well, I mean, you know, it kind of mirrors the house of people doing terrible things to someone. So
well,
maybe that's
true.
Maybe that's
true. It could be that. All right. Yeah. So not about vampires, everyone. Right. Turns out not about vampires.
And we all know there's a few people, Nicole, could use an invitation to some party like that.
I'll say, because this really isn't spoiling anything, and I don't want to forget, earlier on the feeds, Jasmine let it be known that she is very upset with people like Alyssa for telling Kyle about her business. And I don't mean her business, I mean like literally her nail business. So she's very upset about that. And I was like, here's the ironic part, is in 2 months from now, when she finds out that everyone hates her, she's going to be begging these people to talk about her business. She's going to be like, please, for the love of God, will somebody talk about my fucking nail business?
Yeah, but I mean... She does her nail business, but doesn't she have like a spouse or somebody financing everything? It's not like, I don't think it's doing really well. Where did I hear that? Did I hear it somewhere?
I don't know. Definitely wouldn't be from me. Yeah, her nail business not doing great.
No, anyways,
good trying, Jasmine.
And isn't that what you want to do? You want to promote what you're doing and stuff. Like, why would you be mad if a house gets talking about your business?
Because she doesn't want people to know that she, has money, comes from money. And as Kyle said, the second you open your mouth, people know that you're spoiled and rich or something. And I was like, whoa, Kyle, whoa. You got her number. So yeah, I think, there was that. I don't understand this invitation movie. I think it's stupid that it comes out in a month or now. Now, other things, why weren't they just ripping the envelopes in half?
Because they were just trying to do as fast as they could, but couldn't you kind of tell if there's a dark blood red invitation in a white envelope? Like, no. You know
I completely agree. I agree, but I also don't understand why they didn't just rip. Why they trying to remove the WAP seal. It's a WAP. That's a WAP seal.
That's a Wascaloo
wax seal.
Right.
But I mean, we knew from the feeds they were told they were allowed to rip them in half. As long as the invitation wasn't ripped all the way through.
Oh, so if it was in actual 2 parts, it would be invalid.
Yeah, well, because I would think someone like Joseph, who's probably ripped a phone book in half in his life.
Right.
He could just like stack a whole bunch together, rip them, flip through to see red, and then you know get it.
Yeah. So they didn't want that. As long as it's not ripped through, it's fine.
As long as it wasn't ripped through. So you know, I just whatever. It was not looking good when we knew that it was 3 of the leftovers to 5 of the other people that we don't like. But they came through. Big Brother loves a sliding a thing down a table challenge, and Monty turns out is great at sliding things down tables.
He is, and you know, the way Terrance was talking about all of his DJ gigs and everything, about, oh yeah, I see bartenders all the time sliding drinks down. I can do this. The edit was just so funny because every time he said something great, and then it slid off or it slid to the side. Oh yeah, I can slide drinks all day long. Slide to the side. Oh yeah, it's great. I'm out in gigs doing. I mean, I was cracking up. It was so funny. Oh, Terrance.
He's like, I'm the best slider of all the sliders in all the world. Look at me. I'm the sliding king. I was like, okay, all right, calm down there, buddy. Calm down.
Mm-hmm. But I was really shocked how well Nicole did. Like, I shocked, and then I kind of wasn't shocked. You know, because she's an athlete. She's a competitor. She's beast.
Oh, yeah, she's an athlete.
She's an athlete. She's an athlete.
She's something that sounds like athlete.
No, like athlete's foot. But yeah, so she did well. And so I was just like, oh, please. And I already, of course, knew who won, so I wasn't stressed out on this episode.
You normally get stressed out on the episodes?
If I don't know, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, I
didn't know you were a stressor outer.
I get anxious when I don't.
Really?
I do. Like, I'm like, no. So I don't, that's why I really don't like tweet or anything, because I'm just a ball of just stress until
until it's there.
Until it's there and I know what's happening, but I knew it was happening, so I could live tweet today. I was like, yay, burp, burp, burp.
I was consulting I was consulting one thing on our the cheat sheet thing for a second. But yeah, I think it was okay. It was sliding down. I liked Monty winning. I'm glad Nicole didn't win. Mm-hmm. The table was weird. It's fun that they're doing new things, even if this isn't a new comp.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was like, Monty won. Great.
Nicole didn't win. I was happy.
I was happy. But are you at all afraid that we are going to fall into what we hate every season, which is one side steamrolling the other people? It's not fun to watch. Like, don't get me wrong. I want Nicole out. I want Daniel out. But then as soon as that happens, then what?
Well, I don't even mind that. You know, I'm looking at individual games. You know what I mean? Like, with Nicole, like, her game is crap. So I'm, don't want her to win. I want her out of the house. I'm done with her. She's been awful to Taylor. She's shown to be an awful person. She got more upset about not having to possibly just forfeit the veto. Then she even was mad that Amira left. And then we see her tonight. I was so upset.
I didn't get to say goodbye to my best friend.
I couldn't say goodbye to my best friend. I mean, Alyssa was like upset. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And boy, Nicole just stepped right in on Alyssa and just made it all about her. Oh, really? Really, Alyssa? I couldn't say goodbye to my best friend. What about me? Me. I'm just done.
Wait, it just sounded like you were mad at Alyssa.
No, I was imitating Nicole. Alyssa was upset about the blind side, and then Nicole steps in and makes it all about her. What about me, Alyssa? I didn't get to say goodbye to my best friend. Me.
I mean, I will agree with Diane in the chat. I'm going to agree with Diane in the chat that Alyssa is another tearless crier, which does have me concerned. I don't understand the tearless criers, I guess, is my point.
Yeah.
You need a tear to cry. So, and plus she was totally fine. Then all of a sudden it was just, I also don't understand the whole covering of the face when we're crying. Like, most people would go like this when they want to cry. She just palmed her whole face. I'm really sad.
My crying. Can you see me cry? Okay.
Look at me. I'm really sad. I'm crying.
Yeah. And just, Nicole is just so full of herself. Caitlin in the YouTube chat says, Nicole, I'm a competitor and the strongest player in the house. Meanwhile, Jasmine has the highest winning percentage. Thank you, Caitlin. Yeah. What's up, Nicole? Can't you do basic math? I mean, delusional. I'm done. I want to, goodbye.
Well, Jasmine needs to leave the game, period. I don't understand why she's still in this game anymore. Like, no joke. Like, I don't really care for Jasmine. Seeing her tonight, I tweet, when she was just like, oh, don't even get me started on Taylor. And oh my God, you guys, oh my God, don't even get me started on that one. Taylor could literally stand in a corner and not breathe, and they would be like, who the fuck does she think she is, standing in a corner, not breathing?
She's thinking about me. And it's not nice. She's not a nice person.
She doesn't even have the common courtesy to look at us when she's standing there not breathing.
That's even better.
How rude. So anyway, aside from that, I can't even just stand Jasmine, like, on any level. But, I mean, number one, as somebody who has actually had your injury that you're pretending to have, I was so fine by now, and that's with a broken foot and leg and ankle. I don't mean fine. I mean, I was able to put weight on it. That's number one. But number two, you don't want to ruin your whole life. If you're in this much pain, get the fuck out of the house and get in physical therapy.
Oh, yeah.
It is not worth... Like, clearly you're not going to win the show. You're aware you're not going to win the show. You don't need the money. You're literally going to ruin your,
physical body that you live in.
Yes, and as someone who sits here with pillows wedged behind my back I'm telling you, it's not worth it. If you're really in pain, get out of this house. If you're not in pain, production needs to get rid of it.
I think she's smart enough and knows this. She's not. We saw her medically cleared last week. I don't want to do it. Then we saw her, her faint. I was just glad she at least played. I was cracking up with the boing, the boing, the boing, the boing that CBS was putting in the episode. Like, I just kept cracking up. But, I saw the way she was doing, the determined look on her face. She seemed pretty fine to me.
Well, did you notice how she had no problem moving when she was talking bad about about Taylor?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she had no problem shifting her body from the left of the couch to the right of the couch, back, stand up, fix her shirt. Oh, Taylor. But I can't do that because my leg is actually killing me. But, you got the point. She was moving about, all about. And I was just like, oh, that's weird. She's so mobile now. But it took me right back when I saw her having to go up the stairs on her butt. Like, that is how I existed when all of my stuff was broken. And I was just like, I can't fathom you not being in physical therapy if you're really this hurt.
I just love your comment. That's weird. She's mobile now.
Yeah, it's weird. She's mobile.
That you're mobile now. You're able to get around.
Yeah, you're able to scoot and boot.
How often do you hear that in a sentence?
How often do people dunk their pickles in sugar like she does on the feeds all day as if it's a fucking fun dip?
She does what?
Because she's a have-not, spoiler alert. And so they're allowed to have pickles. So she takes her pickles, she dips it in sugar, because they're allowed to have sugar, and then she sucks the sugar off it as if the pickle is a fun dip.
Why not just eat the pickle?
Sometimes you want sweet. I'm gonna throw up. I hate pickles.
That's the one thing in my show on Saturday, making Big Brother Slop, I didn't try sugar.
You didn't try sugar?
It might have made a difference. No.
Now, how did that go when you were doing the slop?
Okay, so I have talked a lot of crap about the Big Brother slop. Mostly about the house guests being big wusses with the slop. So I did my best to search for the most authentic recipe. I found one. I made it. It's the steel oats. It's the hay protein, soy protein, vitamin and mineral protein. So you make the steel oats and they cook for like 35 minutes. Then you put all the protein powders in there. So I'm someone who enjoys oatmeal. I do it. I put a little brown sugar, a little maple syrup, some blueberries. That's fine. When I first tried, it's so chalky that, no. Everybody who has talked shit about the Big Brother slop is correct. It's not great. And I tried to make it like I make my oatmeal. Didn't work. And a little bit of it, and everyone who was watching, thank you guys for watching, because you were telling me to combine the maple syrup and the brown sugar and stuff. And I did, and it tasted fine going down. But the aftertaste stayed with you. And I had it all afternoon.
Well, now, did you do any of the other ways? Like, did you try how they make it into chips or any of those?
I didn't do that, no. It took a while just to cook it, yeah.
So you just did the straight oatmeal with flavoring, and your answer is it's disgusting.
It's really all those protein powder and stuff and mineral powder. I mean, minerals and vitamin powder. What's that for? Who's that? Was that for old people? I don't even know.
Well,
it wasn't good. It was too many powders.
I heard that the show was hysterical. If you guys are a patron, you can watch it back anytime over in the Facebook patron group. You can watch all of John's shows back over there. They're all saved in the patron group, except last week's when he did a video call with everyone instead. That's not there. We deleted that. Good. A lot of privacy issues happening.
But yeah, I mean, eat the pickle, Jasmine. You know, sprinkled sugar on maybe the Big Brother slop. Maybe that sweetness with the chalkiness would make that better. And then make it into like a cookie or fry it up or something like a little crab cake or something. I don't know.
I feel like they did. I feel like they, that's why they do all the other iterations of it. But Turner has gotten very sick from it. He has stopped eating it altogether. I did laugh because, I heard this big uproar. Everybody, this is where I'm on the side of the house guest, because people take one update or they read something and they put all their feelings and emotions into it.
Yeah.
So all the non-liking of Turner people were all like, Turner ate a cucumber, he's on slop and he ate a cucumber, this is ridiculous, and blah, 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 all this stuff. So I'm watching Turner talk about it and he goes, yeah, I got in trouble for eating a cucumber. And I think it was Kyle or something was like, what did you do? And he was like, well, there was no pickles left, which we're allowed to have. So I peeled a cucumber, dipped it in the pickle juice, and then went, pickle, and ate it. Which I thought was so funny. And the way he said it, it was so funny. He didn't just eat a cucumber. There was no pickles left. He peeled a cucumber, threw it in the pickle juice, and then called it a pickle.
How do you not have enough food for everybody if they're have-nots?
Well, that's what they like to do.
I mean, this isn't Survivor. This is Big Brother. It's just plenty of food.
Well, clearly you're unaware that they've always done that.
Oh.
They never have enough food. That they love the tension of the no food. They love when they love when the non-have-nots eat the have-nots foods. That's like their favorite. Then everyone's mad that everyone else is eating their food. Is anyone
ever ate the Big Brother slop when they didn't have to?
No.
Okay.
Nobody is eating them. I see Dana Goodyear is in chat, and she says, you got Jasmine dipping all the pickles in the sugar. Yeah, we were just talking about that. The big old fun dip sugar pickles. Big old sugar pickles of sugar pickle time. I don't understand it. But she needs to go, is the moral of the story. When it comes to Jasmine, she can go.
Let's get Nicole out first.
Although then I won't get to do my Nicole and my Jasmine impressions anymore.
Right. We need to keep her around just for you.
Just for the impressions.
Mm-hmm.
What impression would I be losing of Nicole? How does one impersonate an angry lesbian? Ugh.
Well, I'm not necessarily just an angry person, not a nice person. But no, that's why Nicole can go, because there is no impressions with her. She just needs to go.
Well, she has the very intense, shaky face and eyes. She is very like... Right.
About me.
I didn't get to say goodbye to my best friend!
She's my best friend!
It's like, what is wrong with you? It's just going to be like, okay, go away. Go. Shoo-goo. Okay, do you want, speaking of Nicole's friends, would you like another doot-to-doot-to-doot live feed thing that you missed yesterday? Or the other day? Okay, well, I've been waiting to get your take on this. Turns out, Daniel, Gracie Elvis. Okay?
Self-evicted?
No.
Oh.
Still there. However, he let us know that on any given day, he communicates with up to 25 ghosts. Oh, and he's not kidding. And he passed the psych test. Ghosts visit him and communicate with him.
Hey.
Up to 25 per day.
I don't know if... I'd like to see the psych test. I don't know if it's a real test. Also the doctors thought it'd be a good idea of, what's her name? Didn't take her medicines anymore, Paloma. So I don't know what's going on in the background, but oh my gosh. So is he actually talking to them?
He claims that he is.
Are we seeing that on the feeds?
No, not on the feeds, but he's explaining the stories. He's telling the stories how he uses Ouija boards to communicate with them and talk to them, no problem. Him and his brother. Super into it.
Okay.
I got a lot of questions. Here's my first one. Do the ghosts hate you too? Because if you're talking to ghosts, I feel like they could eavesdrop on anyone in the house and could have easily let you know what's actually going on.
I think he's more like he's being haunted because he's...
That's what I said.
A nasty person.
That is what I said. I was...
Not a medium.
Thank you. That is exactly what I said. I was like, is this more of a conversation or are they haunting you because you're a dick? He also claims there's no ghosts in the house for him to talk to. Isn't that convenient?
Right, because, yeah.
You're on the CBS studio lot. Believe me, there's a ghost.
It's been there since like 1820. Really?
What are you
talking
about?
Any soundstage accidents? Really?
I mean, there's part of me that wonders if he's just setting himself up to get the ghosts back in the mirror. Remember when we used to have the ghosts in the mirror on the Big Brother house?
That would.
I feel like they're setting that up.
If that's what's happening, then I tell him to keep doing it. But I don't know if is he trying to make himself interesting? I'm just trying to think.
Yes.
If I was in the Big Brother house and I'd be like, by the way, everybody, I can communicate with the dead, so. If anybody has questions, I mean, I don't understand how that would make my game stronger. Or is there somebody else that's like, oh, I saw a ghost, and I'm like, oh, I'm Daniel. Oh, don't be scared because I talked to him, and oh, that one's probably fine. How is he using this for his strategy?
Well, I said, is he sure that the ghosts just aren't the people, like his roommates that live with him? Like, I could see a roommate putting a sheet, like Daniel, like they come home from a hard day of work and they're like, Jesus Christ, Daniel's there. So they just like put a sheet over themselves. I'm a ghost. I have to go now, Daniel. And then they go in their room and then he just leaves them alone. You can't see me, Daniel. I'm leaving. Like imagine how annoying he is.
When he gets a text, it's like, not right now, ghost emoji. Okay, I'm busy.
Right.
Like, what is he doing?
Right, like he thinks when he gets ghosted, which probably happens a lot, that is him communicating with a ghost. Like, ooh, that girl never got back to me. I've been ghosted. She's a ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of
He
his
thinks
swipe
he's talking
left.
to ghosts, but he's getting ghosted. Is that what
Right.
you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, by the girls that don't want to follow up with him.
And he's saying, yeah, I can talk to ghosts. I talk to them all the time. They all happen to be female, which is odd.
Right, female ghosts. That's what I'm saying exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying when it comes to Daniel.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's getting ghosted.
He's getting ghosted.
He's
So
getting
now it
ghosted.
makes sense.
It makes total sense.
Makes sense.
We
It makes
figured
sense.
it out.
We figured it out.
We did it.
So that, that was the fun moment that, you missed on the feeds as well.
That kind of makes me want to it makes me kind of want to watch the feeds now.
They were really good. I mean, the feeds were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we get up to the spoilers, what did you think about Monty's HOH letter and him talking about his parents?
Ay, Dios mío. Muy bien, muchacho.
So you liked it?
I loved it.
How is it that he's so perfect? How is he like so
Oh my
hot?
gosh. I was just like, nipple, little star. Adios mío. I
mean,
Papi.
He's hot. He
Hi,
loves
Papi.
family. He cares about his parents.
Hi,
He
Papi.
respects the women in the house.
Hi,
Why is he
Papi.
so perfect?
Yeah, that was a turn on. His butt's a turn on. Oh my gosh. When he was the other, last week in those shorts, I was just like, the way he was talking to Taylor tonight, I'm just like, oh my God, thank God.
He's perfect.
Respect. Like, oh, he's just,
You know what I want to make happen?
What?
I want him and Ozzy to go on a date.
I do too. Oh, they would be great.
I want him and Ozzy to go on a date.
Ozzy has just a big heart as Monty.
Yes.
So yeah, I think
I love them together.
They have the same. I think they have the same kind of moral compass, which would be really.
That's what I'm saying. I honestly think that I'm gonna make that date happen.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
So I love him. I love him. I loved that scene with him, talking about it. I was also confused with Terrance when he said, they did the little thing. Okay, so then do you know what I'm talking? You know what I'm gonna say?
I saw your tweet. Is it about your tweet with the?
Yes. When he was like, "Hey everybody, I grew 2 inches in your dick."
So did
Is that what he meant?
I was like,
did he just literally mean my dick is 2 inches bigger, and then CBS aired it?
No, I mean what he meant, like when he said that, I was like, I grew 2 inches too when I was, hearing that HOH letter. No, he was saying because everyone's kind of ignored him, and so now he's standing a little taller because now people are respecting him because he's in the alliance with Joseph and Monty.
I didn't get that. I got he was saying look out, I'm coming in the room swinging my new 2-inch bigger dick. I mean, it's the only 5 seconds of freaking airtime this guy got, and that's what they went with.
Well, I mean, it was great. We got to see that, Joseph and Monty did approach him before he did choose them, saying, hey, if this is how it is, you can come over to us, which is smart because if they're ever on the block, Terrance is the vote to go. So,
and that's always the plan, and that's always how the leftovers have been thinking about this whole time. Get a third person, not in the leftovers, to be with 2 leftovers so we control the vote.
Yeah.
It is a very smart way to think. All right, fine. Survey says people are saying it means he's standing taller. I think he should have worded it different. He didn't say I'm walking prouder and taller. Usually when guys say, I grew 2 inches, we all know what they mean.
I don't know what guys you're around.
2 inches would be great these days.
Never, ever heard a guy of any sexual orientation say that.
No, that's not a common phrase. I want 2 more inches. Maybe that's an East Coast
Hey,
thing.
I grew to it. Hey,
Wait, you don't get the thing on your timeline, that little suction thing? Like, it's always in my timeline. Like, it sucks it. Like, it's a suction thing, and it's like, grow 2 more inches. That's, like, literally every sponsored thing in my timeline.
You're looking pretty hot there. I just grew 2 inches. I mean, I can't. How does that even? No. Nobody says.
Are you happy to see me, or is that 2 more inches in your pocket? Is it just 2 more inches in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? Is Joseph in love with Kyle?
What?
Is Joseph in love with Kyle?
Maybe.
Because Joseph was like a little schoolgirl. He was like,
yeah.
I gotta go run and tell Kyle
Listen.
that she maybe said that she is a guy at home.
Total girl play, right? Or whatever. Mean girl play or whatever we want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we saw
total,
Joseph
I'm jealous.
Getting mauled by Pooch all the time. I just want to hang on you. Now Joseph's running around the house. You can never guess what I heard. Oh my God.
I heard that the girl that you like has a guy at home.
She has a person. She was upstairs with her, and she's like, no, I just miss my family. And I was imagining the sister on Schitt's Creek. She has a family, but she also misses her person. David, she misses her person.
She misses her person. She misses David.
David misses her person.
David misses her person. or persetta. Or purse. Yeah, I just thought it was really weird that he went running to Kyle with that news. But Joseph consistently, for me, you know, like your live feed update when it comes to Joseph is too much. Like, if I was to think of any way to describe Joseph on the live feeds, he's doing too much. He knows the game implicitly. He is thinking 6 steps ahead. But he needs to relax. He is constantly doing too much with everyone, and it's going to end his game. And surprisingly, Kyle is playing the best game. If you ask me this moment who's going to win, I would say Kyle's winning.
Why do you think Kyle's winning?
He just is so incredibly smart. I think he's as smart as Joseph is, but he's socially aware enough to just make people feel like, I feel that Joseph wants to make sure people know that he knows everything and he's really smart.
Right.
Kyle is fine with letting you think that you're the smart one and making you feel comfortable. And it's why people like Kyle and get annoyed by Joseph. And I think Kyle is playing a much smarter game. And even
Michael, you know, Michael plays a little hard too. Like when Michael admitted that he was one of the votes to send out Amira, he was like, oh, I have to do this right now because it's going to come back to get me. I don't know if this time it would. It has. We've seen it in past seasons where it's gotten back, but I don't know if it was this time. But I do agree with you. Kyle is smart and he doesn't let it known. He really stays in the background. I think I get so distracted with the weird feelings for Alyssa because I'm just like, what? And then he's like, he got upset that she had a person. And I'm just like, is this real? Is he really like, what? No. Oh.
I mean, I get that Joseph wants to control everything. So, like, I see EVOO in chat said Joseph wants Kyle's head in the game and not in the Showmance.
Right.
However, we are all aware that Kyle has said he's not pursuing a Showmance with Alyssa.
Right.
He might pursue it when this show is over.
But when she was going to him and saying, why didn't you tell me? And then the whole edit was trying to show us the reason he didn't is because she has a person at home. But then he didn't say anything to her like, hey, you have a person at home. Or, you know, he just kind of let it fizzle out, which was smart. But yeah, I mean, it was just, she's just not in this is a game. Keep your head in the game. I totally agree.
But here's also what I'll say about Alyssa, though. Alyssa on the feeds, and kind of when you see Alyssa's edit, I always think like she's airheady, or like, I think she's airheady and like she doesn't know what's going on and but then, and I was reminded of this tonight, when you get her in a DR, she very much is on the pulse of the game. And I think she is someone that is underrated because, like, based on Alyssa being upset about Kyle and stuff, I expected her to be in the GR and be like, I can't believe Kyle didn't tell me. Why? I thought he liked me. And she wasn't. She was like,
No.
Kyle not telling me is showing his cards to me that he does not trust me. And
I'm not
she
going
was
to
like,
talk to him. Where
and
Indy,
I was just like, oh,
Indy's more of the airheadish one. Where it's
I don't like Indy anymore.
Where she's
she annoys
just
me.
like, I can't believe I would have never done, even though you and Joseph are the biggest men in the whole house, I would never do this to you. You just literally said they're the biggest threats. And you would never put them up if you were HOH.
I'm just so sad now because I would never nominate you ever. And I'm going to put my sunglasses on and going to wipe one tear. Tear.
Yeah, I was a little done with being the have-not. I was a little done with her tantrums. But I'm not as done because after making slop myself, I get it. I had the aftertaste all afternoon in my mouth. So I get it. But if I had maybe a little sugar and a pickle, I maybe could have made that work. But
I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't see Indy really. I mean, she's there. She's a vote for someone's alliance, but I'm not seeing anything special. For Alyssa, I never thought she was an airhead. I really do think she has it on the pulse. And I really think was like, trying to flirt and get into that showmancy with him just to get aligned with him. And now she's like, nope, he didn't tell me. He's cut. I'm not aligned with him. What I didn't work. That's how I looked at it, which, great, move on.
And I did not see that. I did not think that she would be that type of person, but apparently she is.
Yeah.
I see Destiny says, Michael last night said that Alyssa has been studying hard and knows everything. I see BB Hyde says that was fake, her in the DR, pure acting. I don't know if that's acting.
Who in the DR? Alyssa?
Alyssa. Yeah, I don't know that was Alyssa acting. Alyssa was kissing on Kyle last night and he kissed her forehead.
And this has already happened, so Alyssa,
you know how I feel about Kyle.
A for effort with Alyssa. She's trying.
She's trying. She's beaten up a
I don't know if
wrong horse. She's
wrong,
beaten a dead
horse. She might have the wrong equipment.
I mean, I'm not saying that, but if you want to say that, then
I don't know.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I just liked when Kyle was like, she is so beautiful and I am horny for her, but I'm not touching her now.
Kyle, I just grew 2 inches.
I just grew 2 inches looking, what did straight guy say? Tits. Add her tits. Love tits. Big tits.
Big tits.
Give me them. So horny for Alyssa.
Yeah, I just grew 2 inches looking at those big tits.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just that I want him to be into guys in my fantasy because literally I would give up my whole life for Kyle. Yeah, or Monty. Either one, I don't care.
Oh, well, we'd have to.
I would just run off into the sunset.
We'd have to work out some
of
kind of deal. Like he gets to spend half his time on the West Coast, his time on the East Coast.
Well, as we learned in the last show, I have air conditioning, so I think he'll be here.
Just kidding.
Pretty sure it rains all the time there. Pretty sure it rains all the time where you are. Not nice.
Lately. Not lately.
No, not Joseph. I am not into Joseph at all.
I am more into him than I thought I was going to be because I kind of stereotyped him a little bit. But I think he's smart. I think he's a nice guy. I think his intentions are good. And that's all I need to grow 2 inches. So
I I'm not.
on board.
I mean, he's attractive, but it's too much for me. And the thing with Joseph that I don't like is I get very car salesman-y. Like, I don't think he gives two shits about Taylor. I think he used the Taylor situation
Yeah,
for his
great.
game, which now, again, that is him being smart. As we've
Totally.
all said, you have to play America, play production, play the house. So that's what he's doing. He's like, I've watched this show before. I understand how people are going to feel about how Taylor's being treated.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that to make sure that fans like me being Team Taylor. But he's the first one to use her, throw her under the bus, make her
Sure.
be the scapegoat, do whatever. So, I mean, I don't buy that he gives two shits about Taylor. I
Well-
think he's just smart enough to know how to use her.
Well, he's smart enough. I think he has got good intentions because he's smart enough to use them in this game as part of his strategy. And if it works out where, Taylor propelled him farther in the game, that's what you're doing. That's what we want to see in Big Brother. Yeah. So I'm fine with that. But yeah, I think he's just playing a little hard, but he's playing a little 2 inches. But yeah, I mean, if that works, it works. But to me, what I'm feeling from him, I removed the stereo kind of type on him. I think probably a really nice guy. He comes from like a Middle Eastern background with family. Family's super important and tight in that culture. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think all that's great. I just think he's playing the game, and his goal, as anyone should be, is to win. And I question the sincerity of the relationships he has with people in the house. I think as soon as Nicole and Daniel are gone, we are going to see a very different Joseph, because I think he will then become the biggest threat in the house. And I think his whole tune's going to change.
Yeah.
But I hope that I'm wrong. In the same way that, don't get me wrong, I love Taylor, will defend Taylor all day long, and I understand Taylor being in the position that she's in. All of that being said, Taylor sitting in that HOH room being like, I am not going up again as a pawn. Yeah, you are, because you're not winning anything. So it's amazing that this entire group is protecting you. You should be like, anything you guys say, which I realize is not fair to her, because she has been put into this position where she can't play and she can't get into a position of power. I'm just saying, her being very like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It's like, ooh, I don't know if that's the way to be.
I didn't take it as not doing that. I took it as like, great, we're in this alliance. You've told me everything I want to hear. Now I show me a little bit. Why can't other people who haven't seen the block be on the block?
True.
Be on the block first? And if you do that for me, that means, okay, you're showing me that you trust me, and what you're saying is real because your actions are backing it up. And
I agree with that.
Monty was super clear with that, and I really loved it. But I'm like, girl, you are getting up. When they get removed,
yes,
because we heard Monty's speech, you guys aren't the targets, but if they stay on, well, then Alyssa's the target, which she should be over Indy. Alyssa's smarter, knows the game better. She's playing a better game. But, then Taylor needs to go up. And I think even giving her time to think about it and see how this week plays out with the veto, which has already happened, but seeing how it plays out, then I think she's going to is more comfortable getting on the block. I think she is.
Yeah, of course she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think
it was a nicer, softer blow than it was, girl, you know what? You're getting on the block. I'm the HOH. You're just going to do it.
Well, by the way, he was putting her on the block regardless.
I know.
Like, it was great that he was standing there going, if you're not okay with it, I won't do it. Bullshit. You would have done it if she was not okay with it.
Right. But I mean, if her best, she wouldn't seen the block if she wasn't besties with Nicole. So I think Monty gave her time to digest it and really absorb it, because it was going to happen. Absolutely. And I think that was smart, because I think she's fine with it. She has to be.
Well, let's talk about, spoilers and the rest. So obviously we know that he put Alyssa and Indy on the block. I thought his speech was interesting because he literally said, neither of you two are my targets. Which now we know that he's been lying to Nicole and Daniel and Jasmine and Alyssa and those people and saying, Taylor is going to be my target. I want to backdoor Taylor. When in reality, he's going to backdoor Nicole. But it just still seemed like a weird thing to say in your speech. Neither of you two are my targets.
Thanks.
Just pointing that out there. You're both up there. You guys can go home, and neither of you are my targets.
I just deflated 2 inches.
It's kind of like when John started the show by going, I know everything, okay?
Goodbye.
And goodbye. Do what I want.
Yeah, I'm so glad, it wasn't, you've been a horrible person and you need to apologize to everybody in the house, to, you guys are on the block, you're not my targets. So then why are we on the block? Like, I don't think that that's great. Should the alliance not happen, I think you're kind of burning unnecessary bridges. I mean, you don't talk a lot of game with them. Why can't you give us the standard? We just don't talk a lot of game. But then, because neither one of them were in the pose pack, right? No. Yeah.
Oh, they were. I don't remember. That's so Paloma ago.
Speaking of that, my God, I can't. Well, never mind.
Okay, so let's talk about that quickly, because I want to talk about that, and then I want to talk about spoilers. So, did you see Paloma's new statement that she put out? She backtracked from, you guys don't see everything, okay? So you guys don't know, like, we're friends. You don't see everything. Like, that's how she started the first week and a half that she was out. Now she has transitioned today to, you guys, Taylor was bullying me. I'm the victim.
Like in the shower, and then what was it, Michelle?
She made a comment in the shower.
She made a comment, and I dropped like a piece of pineapple, and like she made a comment.
She made one comment, and I turned a whole house against her nonstop, 24/7, creating scenarios that, made us have to attack her and put her on the block, and said that I was scared of her and that she was violent and all of these other things. And, it's totally the same though as the
own your bullshit, Paloma. Just own it. You messed up.
Here's the thing, ready?
You were off your meds. I'm back on my meds. I'm so sorry. I have this condition.
That would have been it.
It's
By the way,
and I went completely insane. I'm sorry. Own it.
You had such a good excuse. She literally should have just said, I was off my meds. I went crazy. I am so sorry. Done.
This is what happens. Mental illness is a real thing. And this is what happened.
Sorry.
I tried to get on the show. I didn't want to use them. I felt like they might be a crutch for my strategic head. And I went completely bananas. And I'm sorry.
If you're 25 or younger, you're an idiot and never put out a video like that. If you are 25 to 30, you're still probably an idiot, and you need to get the advice of 10 other people that are 40 plus to tell you if you should post the video.
Well, it's like, if you think, God, should I post this video? You should, and it's Monday, you should wait till Friday and see if you still feel the same way. Do you know what I mean? Like,
get people's advice.
Get people some advice in the meantime, but don't do it like that. I mean, it just sounds ridiculous. She
sounds so stupid. Like she just sounds stupid.
It's just so stupid, especially with the live feeds.
It's already been deleted.
See it.
She took it down 20 minutes later when she was destroyed for it. And here's the thing. You just know that she was like this. You just know she's like, you guys, I am about to post the video that shows that I'm the victim. And I'm going to hit send right now. And all of the internet's going to love me.
And her friends are like, well, let me just see it first. No. It's already done. You can see it when it's posted.
Just give it a heart. Just give it a heart. Just like it, okay? It's there. Okay, I love it. You gotta love it, too. Wait, why is everyone hate? Again, I will say this to everyone. And I know that this is me now making it about me.
Okay, Nicole.
All of Twitter... Like, here's the thing. If Twitter comes at you and says that you are doing microaggressions or that you are racist and all of these things, that is not a thing that you then can go and sort out with Twitter. Like, that is not between you and Twitter. That is for you to work on with yourself and you become a better person. You're never gonna win that battle against Twitter.
Yeah.
And I just look at it as, you know, when Twitter said that Nicole Anthony was a racist in All Stars. I'm like, you think that the only person who stuck up for the people in the
Right.
house the entire season before, now you have decided is a
She's-
like, do
yeah.
you know what race?
She's all
like,
of a
I
sudden
just
a
can't.
racist now. Like,
Yeah, now she hates everyone.
in her
It's just like,
brief
I can't.
hiatus between seasons, Nicole became this horrible racist.
It's just like, you're not going to win that battle. And it's not to say that the people on Twitter are wrong and shouldn't hold you accountable for the things that you do or say. I'm
Right.
just saying these house guests need to understand that's never a battle that you're gonna win. So you need to either take it in, and if you disagree with it, then learn from it,
Yeah.
grow from it, talk to people in your real life. But going on to Twitter and being like, I'm not a racist because of A, B, C, and D, you're never winning that battle.
No, and I have a great publicist in LA if you want to use her,
You do? Well, why don't we use them?
because we need money.
Oh, well. Darn. Darn. Oh my God. Entertainment Weekly put out this whole article about what a trash bag Daniel is. And then under the article, the person literally said, I'm Daniel's publicist. I would like E.T. to remove this article, and I don't know if that was a joke or not. I actually think it was a publicist. I don't know if it was Daniel's publicist. It was like this whole thing, and then I realized it's about Daniel, and I don't care. But I still thought it was a little funny.
Well, I mean, his family, did they hire a publicist after they're just seeing all of the...
Well, his alive family or his ghost family?
Well, I mean, it could be from some old money from a...
Right. I don't know.
sunken
I don't know if
ship.
he has family.
Sunken ship.
I don't know anything about him. I don't care to know about him. So, let's talk spoilers. Badoop badoop. If you don't want to know spoilers, you're going to want to leave now. Bye. Yeah. Daniel wins POV now.
Daniel and Kyle.
Daniel and Kyle. And now here's the thing
That's
why
the
this
thing.
was such good feeds, because we got to watch Daniel like start to writhe and twist in pain a little bit, because he does not want to use the POV. He knows if he uses the POV that Nicole and Taylor are going to go up, and he does not believe the house. He correctly is assuming, as kind of is Nicole, that Nicole will be the one voted out. So
Yeah.
he does not want to use the POV, and he is the one specifically that won it. However, to combat this, production made the rule that either person in the bestie group can use the veto. It doesn't have to be unanimous. So as long as one person wants to use it, it doesn't matter if the other person doesn't want to. So Kyle's using it to make sure that Nicole and Taylor go on the block, and obviously so that he can save Alyssa and look good, so that he can save his hot girlfriend with tits that he loves and makes him horny.
And makes him grow 2 inches.
Yes. So Kyle is going to use it tomorrow so that they can do the plan to backdoor Nicole.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
And of course
another
the plan-
good week of evictions.
And the plan is they're going to wait to 2 hours before, and then at 2 hours before, they're going to start to go, oh God, I hear everyone's voting out Nicole. So they're going to leak it 2 hours before to then make it seem that's why all the votes are coming in now. Not that there's this big alliance, that it started going around that they're voting out Nicole. So obviously they're going to do it now. because they're trying to keep their alliance hidden.
Yeah.
So they're not going to float it out there into before. But you know who was also really annoying during this? Fucking Brittany. Brittany is like, okay, guys, so like, I totally know what's happening with the plan this week, but I just want you to know that, like, next week, we're not going to be okay, because if Taylor is left over, then she's going to choose Alyssa and Indy to go with, because that's obviously the same exact thing that Taylor did.
Yeah.
And she's like, so that's what they're going to do, then what about me and Michael? And that's not fair, then we don't have anybody, and I want to talk about next week, not this week. And I'm just like, please get rid of this girl.
Well, I mean, even Brittany, too, in the HOH room. God, I wish everybody would just leave. Everybody just, like, lingering around and just staying here. Like, just leave because we need to talk. And, you know, the fact that they're not really kind of, you know, leftovers are not on their radar. I mean, everyone of that other side, outside or whatever, left finally. I mean, you kind of know who's, I assume you kind of know who's in the house, or maybe, I don't know, they're in their separate bedrooms. But, yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious about who stayed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is how I see what Rachel is saying in the chat of, it's so funny how Daniel and Nicole thought that they were running this whole game and we're going to make it to the final two. They thought that they were a little Casey and Taylor. Here's the thing about Casey and Taylor. They were likable. At least in the house. People might not have liked them watching the feeds, but the people in the house liked them. And they were endearing and included people and didn't make people feel excluded and understood how to work alliances and weren't just miserable people.
Yeah, I mean,
they're just miserable.
Miserable. I don't like, and me too. It's like, you know, before I can get upset, like I don't like them, but I like their game. But I don't like anything with them. Their game sucks. Their attitudes suck. Their moral compass, just what the house is showing me, isn't good. They're gone. I want them gone. They're just, no.
It's gonna make the game, I'm hoping, more fun when they're gone.
I hope so,
So,
too.
like, that'll be good because they're just, like, fun sponges. Like, you walk into a room with Nicole or Daniel in it, and, like, you just feel the fun get sucked out of the room.
Oh, gosh. Especially with all her food issues, and is that foot ever going to heal? I mean...
Okay, well, you're talking about Jasmine. I'm talking about Nicole, but yes. Jasmine is also the worst.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a very, you know, not for nothing. You know, everybody is so focused on Nicole and Daniel. Jasmine's probably the best player on that other side of the house.
I know.
I know that we're all acting like Nicole and Daniel. Jasmine's probably the best player that is not in the leftovers.
Right. Oh, no. And Caitlin and YouTube also said that, too. She has a better, stronger winning streak than Nicole does.
She definitely does.
Yeah.
Daniel says he wished he knew Kyle. Daniel says he wished Kyle knew the game better, that he really doesn't know it at all. Said it to the cameras. Yeah, again, Daniel's an idiot. Daniel's an idiot.
But you can't figure out what the game is now?
Yeah. And
who are you, Lamar from Celebrity Big Brother? You can't figure it out?
Yeah, good current reference. Here's what
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you snaps. I'm gonna give you snaps for that reference. You go, girl.
You go, girl. I just screwed 2
That's
inches
hot.
that one, girl.
Here's what I don't want. When we get to the leftovers, it better not be a lot of like last night. Last night was a lot of the leftovers playing Chinese checkers for 4 hours, and I wanted to bash my face in a wall. So, it definitely makes the case of why we don't give the house more fun games.
And who's reading the Bible?
No one. They're playing checkers and doing little people, you know, with checkers. Did you see the food issues today? I saw Courtney asked. I don't know specifically what food issues you're referring to today. Indy is always reading the Bible, I guess. Sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I went from being an Indy fan. I liked that she called people out and always spoke her mind, but now she annoys me.
She's
She's
not
always
doing
just
anything.
very like she's like mean girly in the same way Jasmine is, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, she comes across very high maintenance, like with the have-nots, and the crying and the throwing a tantrum. It's like, this is the game. This is what you signed up for. Like, put your big girl panties on, and like,
saying she wants to throw soup at Taylor.
yeah, it's mean girl, all about meat girl, high maintenance girl. Nobody wants that
Oh,
girl. No guy grows 2 inches over that kind of girl or girl.
no. And someone's weird with her eyebrows tonight. Indy made food and used Turner's HOH food, not knowing. Honestly, I'm kind of fine with that. Turner is a have-not. He can't eat the food for another week. By the time he's going to be able to eat the food, not should she have asked him? 100% she should have asked him.
Yeah.
It's different than like Nicole was a real bitch on the feeds the other night in front of Turner. She kind of did almost like a Rachel Riley, ooey gooey cookies, Reagan. She was like, does anybody want Turner's HOH ice cream in front of him? So she was like literally giving out his ice cream knowing he couldn't eat it because he was an HOH, and literally addressing it as Turner's ice cream and giving it out to people in front of him, almost like goading him to start a fight. And then he didn't bite. I was like, whatever.
Oh, I would have said, you can't have it. I can have it next week. It's ice cream. It'll keep.
I don't think it's his. I don't think any of the food is any one person's in that house. I mean, I guess if you're getting it as part of your HOH, then okay, it's kind of sort of yours, I guess.
My name's on it. My name's on it. It's ice cream. It'll keep. Move along, Nicole.
Yeah, exactly. Well, whatever. It was from his HOH basket. Yeah. Well, tonight should be fun feeds because tonight is Michael's birthday. They got a cake, they got beer, and they got wine.
Michael.
So let me tell you, POV ceremony looming. Nicole knows she's going to go on the block, and all the house guests are going to be drunk. So this is going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be fun feeds, or it's going to be a whole lot of drunk people bashing Taylor, or it's going to be Daniel and Nicole spiraling down the drain bashing Taylor. And who knows? I don't know. We're going to see how they act when they're drunk, but that'll be tonight.
The feeds aren't going to be on until after the West Coast, right?
No, they're on right now.
Oh, they are. Okay.
That's only Thursdays.
With eviction. Okay.
That's only Thursdays.
So
they're on
excited.
right now. So yes, probably in an hour and a half from now, we'll start Michael's birthday party. Probably. If they're bad with this alcohol, I don't think they're going to get it again. Although I believe I heard them say on the feeds today they did have alcohol once already. So clearly I think they're okay with it. But I do agree, if they get too messy drunk, I see Big Brother not giving them alcohol again.
Just don't give it to Indy. She's going to get sloppy.
Can you just see what's her name? Y'all, if I have wine, am I allowed on my scooter, or is that considered drinking and driving? I don't want to drink and drive, y'all. That's bad.
No drinking and driving. Who can refill my cup?
Who can refill my cup from there? Because I can't drink and drive, y'all. Oh, wait. Shoot. I'm a have-not. I'm going to have to make me some hooch. Oh, that sounds like Pooch. I wonder how he's doing. Hi, Pooch.
Hey.
Do you know you can make grain alcohol from the slop? You just gotta soak it in the pickle juice, and then it ferments, and it turns into pickle juice alcohol.
There you go, Jasmine.
Give me some of the hooch.
It up. Prison hooch.
Pooch is another one.
Oh, Pooch.
Thank God someone talked to him and told him, don't make a 10-minute video, Pooch.
Oh,
and then he didn't.
Good.
I don't know who would have told him that. He was just defending himself to Twitter the other night, and I was like, just stop.
Just don't
It's
do
like,
it.
dearest
Okay.
Pooch,
But
just don't.
Don't. Stop it.
Just stop.
Just stop.
It's a losing battle.
It's right here. You can fondle us.
I can't help it. All the Staten Island people love me. I don't know. Taylor did say she wasn't going to drink in the house anymore. Last time she drank, she thought oh, that's right. She was very flirty with Daniel, but I think it was all strategic. Because she got Daniel, the last time she got drunk, she was tipsy in front of Daniel, and she's like, Daniel, I think I like you because I think you have, like, the biggest package of all the guys in the house.
She said that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, and it was totally strategic.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Like, she was smart enough to know that someone like Daniel would love to be told that they're the hottest guy with the biggest package.
Right.
Especially since he has eyeballs and can see Monty and Kyle and Joseph.
Right. But no, get him on your side however you can, girl. Use your feminine magic, girl.
Oh, Daniel told her it was big. Daniel told her it was
Yeah.
big. Yes, we know, Daniel.
You're
It's so
big
big.
boy. Is that 2 more inches? Oh,
It's so
look at
big. We bet it
you.
is, Daniel.
Look at that little
I know that everyone that has to tell people it's big means it's big.
Right.
It's totally big. That's why I tell everyone it's very small. Teensy tiny.
Micro.
That's why they're impressed. So small. Won't even be able to find it. Oh, you did. Congratulations. Oh, it is bigger. You did it!
That's a big micro penis. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Not at all to start a conspiracy corner, but if John had Daniel's facial hair, he could be his older brother.
Older?
No. And you know that I would like...
I'm more offended by the older than I am Daniel.
I am not even going to tell you who said that comment, but it did come from our chat. And you know that I love to shade a John. What?
David Thielen?
No, it definitely is not anyone that's a mom and maxed. So I do love to shade you. I don't see that. I don't think that you are at all look anything like Daniel. No.
No.
Not at all.
I'm gonna try to find
number one, you're not greasy. Number one, you're
greasy
not
right now.
I think that's just the light, but no. So yeah, it is going to be interesting to see what happens tonight on the live feeds. Of course, our live feed updaters will keep you covered if you can't watch or need to catch up in the morning. Of course, I can fill you in. We'll be twitching later. I'm sure I'll be live tomorrow. So we'll fill you in, but POV ceremony should be happening around 1 p.m.-ish Eastern, and then the feeds are going to come back. I don't think anybody's going to be surprised about the noms, but we'll see.
Yay, I'm so excited. Another good week. Another good week. Another good week.
It's going to be another good week of feeds, and this is going to be the week that we're starting to bring our house guests on as well. So you're not going to just be stuck with John and I anymore. We will have some of your house
Eric
guests.
and Daniel's older brother. We don't want that.
Yeah, should we? Maybe we could just get a ghost. He's like, let me just tell you guys, like, when I'm at the party, and there's this one time I was at the party, right, and everyone was asleep, and I just went to the Ouija board by myself, and I asked the Ouija board, ghost, where are you? And it spelled out couch.
Well, Daniel's older brother would only talk to dead animals and not humans. So our powers would be a little different.
Yeah. I can't. I just, no. No. He's also, by the way, though, Native American like you.
And probably that's where Max with no mom is getting that, because she sees
Clearly.
Native American in us.
Well, let me say, and I don't mean to be, exclusive or anything, but if you solely are a human, We would really love it if you follow, liked, and subscribed wherever you watch our shows, or don't. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You guys know the deal. That, sharing the show is a great way. You guys subscribing on YouNow, Twitch, all of those places, which it is free. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe on Twitch completely for free. We get $5. You pay nothing.
Ooh.
It's pretty great. You watch the shows there. You get all good, fun, twitchy stuff for the people that are watching the Twitch right now.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, you can tweet John or I at Comedy Jonah at Reality Recaps using hashtag YRRLive. And you can always check out our website, yourrealityrecaps.com, for the past 10 years of the shows. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Is what I'm saying, Comedy Jonah. Final thoughts?
Over 10. Nope. Excited for another good week. Nicole, see ya. You got an invitation to leave the house. Can't wait.
Well, I am just hoping that we have fun feeds tonight. I will be watching them
I'm
with
gonna check
you
them out
all.
too.
I'll be watching them with you all, so tweet Comedy Jonah. He'll be on watching them. I'll be over on Twitch if you want to chat about them, and we'll see you guys all later. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, friends.